What if I were to tell you that there is no housing crisis? We have a population crisis, and unless that crisis is addressed at the highest level, no matter how many houses we build, we still will not be able to keep up. Just to give you an idea of how things stand, here are some figures for you. In London, nearly half of all the social housing, 47.6%, is headed by a foreign-born person. And in the private sector, it is a staggering 67%. In order for house building to meet the demand caused by migration at the current rates, that's without it growing anymore, which it will, we would need to build 1,150 villages the size of West Hartpury every year. We do have more than enough housing stock for our population, especially if we take into account the 670,000 empty homes throughout England, not to mention the fact that we have brownfield capacity for up to 2 million homes, but we cannot house the world. Unfortunately, those who tend to sympathise or even encourage immigration do not realise the potential for this catastrophe to snowball. There are globally millions, hundreds of millions of people who want to head towards Europe, many of those to the UK. We simply cannot cope. Behind the scenes, in addition to all of the agendas that we may be concerned about, one thing that we do know for certain is that there is a crisis with an ageing population and not enough people working to support them. That is something that we should be addressing throughout Europe in a much more constructive way, rather than actually open the floodgates and allow millions of people to come into this country who take up our housing, take up our essential services, and become a burden on the state, because a large number of these people who arrive here sit on benefits and add to the drain on this country's resources, meaning that the government then looks to allowing even more in to cater for them. It is sheer madness and it cannot go on. We need to address this, and we need to address this sooner rather than later, because this is the greatest catastrophe that we have faced in recent decades. And unless we do something about it, I can see this escalating into a national emergency within our lifetimes.